Welcome to Spill the Tea, the podcast by Penang Institute where we dive into compelling stories, groundbreaking ideas, and visionary leaders shaping the future. I'm your host, Dato Dr. Beng, Executive Director of Penang Institute. Today, we have a special guest, David Goh, the founder of Entopia, one of Malaysia's and possibly Southeast Asia's most unique nature and butterfly sanctuaries. A true pioneer in environmental conservation, David turned his passion for butterflies into an immersive, world-class ecological experience. But his interests extend far beyond nature. He's also a dedicated collector of antique and tribal art, preserving the rich cultural heritage of Southeast Asia and more through his remarkable collection. Welcome to Spill the Tea, Mr. David Goh.
Thank you, Dr. Ui.
Just call me Ki Beng. I think
Ki Beng, okay.
Yeah.
And how I went through my whole process of life until now I'm in front of you. In fact, it boils down to a very simple statement that I just follow my heart. No?
All right.
And I, by basic, right from early days of my day, I was a school teacher.
Right.
I was in Penang. I was a Polo Grounds secondary school teacher.
Okay.
So, education is the key word that is in my heart.
All right.
Anything that I want to do, I follow my heart, but direction is education. So I just express what is my inner love and turn it into an action. So simple as that.
Right.
So the first love is education. The second love is beauty. I love beauty, and the third is nature. So I found beauty in nature. That's why beauty is closely connected with nature.
All right. Well, David, I've heard about you before I met you a few years ago. And of course, what fascinated me was, right, you have a passion, like you're saying, you have passion for nature, for education. By education, I think you mean passion for people, for young people and so on, right? And for the country, perhaps. So I'm just wondering about this passion, that has made you almost a Renaissance person in your interest, right?
Okay.
But if you think back to when you were young, where did this passion come from? Were your siblings the same? Was your family the same? Or why were you so passionate about the things that you mentioned?
It is okay. In that sense, I was far from being influenced by my background. Far from being.
I see.
So but to put it very, very quick way, I was from a very extremely poor family. Okay, where I started working when I was in standard 3.
That would be 10 years old, more or less.
Yeah. Then why do I have to do that? Simple. My mom had no money to buy rice to cook, so she only was a washerwoman trying to wash people's clothes to earn some little money in during 1950s, the early 50s, and of course, unfortunately, her husband is a treasure rider, and I'm a son of a treasure rider.
I see.
So and worse than that, he was a gambler. So his treasure reaches anywhere, he would just stops and then get down, start gambling with his gang by the roadside. Right. So that's my life, my childhood life.
Okay.
So I had to do that.
Okay. So you have for early on, you gain a sense of resilience.
There's totally no space inside me to think of joy, to think of whatever other things, except to help out my mom.
I see.
I'm an elder son of the 5 children.
I see. I see. And that would explain your resilience and your
Yes.
resilience is one thing though, but then going as you grew older, your interests were largely in education, right? You were a
I
teacher,
think
as you said.
I did have an inclination of I would call it inclination of beauty, and subsequently, because after my Chongling Secondary School, so I got cultivated the interest of culture. So subsequently, culture was playing a big role in my second half of my life.
By culture, do you now when you look back to your childhood, culture for you, was it Penang culture, Chinese culture, Malaysian culture, or a mix of all of this?
No, anything that is old and Asian.
Okay,
I want to know the past.
I see. Oh, that would
Because
explain.
and I'm a pure Chinese school boy.
All right.
So my culture is very much China based. No? Yeah. So I love all the old traditional culture of China. So I want to pursue, but then I wait for the right time.
I see. I see. Where, when you were young, where were you staying? Dato Kramat Road? Or
No, I
where
stay
were
at Ding Ding's Road.
Dindings Road. Okay.
Behind the dead end road is a slum area where the gangster hide out. You know,
I see.
I was one of them. No?
I see.
So I used to mix with these people. So talking about backward, I think I claim number one in my circle.
Yeah. What did you learn from that period, from
Oh,
those days?
I done from them.
How to survive.
Number one, they are very gentlemen. You know,
All right.
partly also they was there to stand by for any future need of their support for the local Chinese residents.
The community.
Yeah, community. You're right there.
Yeah. I see.
So I positively look at them in that way lah. Of course, then they have two, three kinds of gangs around in Penang.
Right.
You have the Kong Si, you have the 24, you have this. Every time we have Hokkien, we say they have Pia Tin, you know.
Yeah.
So I was part of them.
You were Piatin as well.
Pia Tin is when two different gangs
Gangster
clash.
battles, right? Yes.
Claim territory, no.
And so,
But I was lucky to eventually jump out of that law.
was that due to schooling?
to maybe
due to your
I-
school?
No, due to my maturity.
Okay.
Because my life is such that I get matured so young, you know. So I said no point. I better jump out and then
I see.
take care of my family or my wife, my mother, you know.
Okay. And then after Chungling, what happened? What did you do?
I was so proud that I can finish Form 5, you know, in
All right.
Chongqing.
Chungling High School.
Then
This is
of course,
Chungling
when I entered school, also I was overage, 2 years away. I was the
I see.
oldest boy. No, 2 years. Now, but my wife is here. She is in my primary school classmate.
Really?
Same, supposed to be same age, but I'm 2 years.
Okay.
So primary school, Samsan
So
primary
you
school.
went to Chungling High School, right?
Yes.
And after that, where did you go?
No, I told you I was
just finished
I was so proud that I could finish the Form 5.
Okay.
That's more than enough of what I want.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So looking for a job, lor.
I see.
So someone recommended me to work in the temple as a clerk. Biao Hiam Lin in Hill River Road.
Okay.
So the priest there is a very senior priest. So he helped me, and then he set up one night school. Then I was recommended to teach the night school English.
Teaching English. Okay.
I'm very fond of the language, right from the
All right.
Chongqing time.
I see.
I love the language. It's so fine and beautiful.
How long were you a teacher? How long did you do that?
After 1 year working at the temple, the government suddenly have a clash program of recruiting new trainees. So I was just one of the very lucky ones selected. Lor. I applied.
Okay.
So to me, that was the biggest joy my mom ever had. Oh, my son's going to have a rice bowl from the government, you know.
Okay. So you became part of the national school.
Yes, yes.
system. I see.
And worse still is when I was supposed to start the training course, so I have to fill up whether what subject do I have to specialize to teach. Is it? So I briefly picked English language.
Okay. Okay. And did you move into any other subject beyond English later?
Yeah, geography.
Geography.
You must have two subjects.
Okay, English and geography.
So of course, I hardly teach geography, mainly all about English. And then during the training time 2 years, I really struggled like hell because all my trainee friends, they're all either free schoolers and Xavier's or all MBS, So I had hard time doing the Shakespeare's literature.
I see.
But I struggled through somehow.
How many years did you do this?
2 years.
Only 2 years?
2 years.
Okay. And I suppose geography, what you were saying earlier, you love nature, you love beauty and all that. So geography is actually not very
quite
far
relevant
from that.
to my liking.
And then, of course, and now you're known as someone who has one of the best collection of cultural artifacts from Southeast Asia itself. So you travel, maybe as a geography teacher, you were traveling Southeast Asia?
Essentially, it's because of my hobby of butterfly collecting.
Oh, butterfly first. Okay.
Because I discovered the beauty of butterfly, so I started to pursue along this line. So eventually, I was the first guy in Malaysia to be a butterfly collector.
I see. So actually, it's specifically butterfly, not insects, but butterfly.
Especially only butterfly at that time.
I see.
So when you enter into this, then of course you enter a jungle to collect. Then
of course.
Then you come across so many other life forms in the forest,
including humans, right? Right. That's what
exactly.
Yeah, all these tribal artifacts.
Tribal artifacts. Of course, human is more of a culture side,
Yes.
So I got so fascinated by their daily use of things, So it was so beautifully carved thing, So started collecting at the same time. Insect collect, then the natives also help me out by bringing me to the forest, and then I collect their things. I pay them, Some they don't let go on, and sometimes I talk to the chief of the settlement, and then I get the big size pieces where it's their ancestors. They pray to the ancestors.
I see. If I may slow you down here on the issue of butterflies. Why butterflies? What is so special about them?
You see,
if you think back to your first interest in them.
My first hobby was collecting. But after collecting for a few years, everything you collect, you already have it in your collection.
Right.
So you get a bit
Okay,
So my next level is when I study into their life history. So I do their ecological study, habitat and all this. And subsequently, I came to realize it was such a big subject. Right? Because why? To breed butterfly, tremendous.
Right.
One kind of butterfly caterpillars feed only on one kind of a plant.
Right.
So I want to breed 10 different kinds. I need to know the host plant. We call it the host plant. And there's no record, So I had to follow in the jungle, follow the female where she lays eggs. Then I spot the plant. Then I discover a new food plant that will call for, I will call it celebration.
A bit of trial and error. And
yes.
So you're actually a self-taught entomologist then?
Very much self-taught. But
self-taught.
The passion is the key word to me.
Were you more an experimental type, or did you?
Yeah, I belong to the experimental type. I'm that kind of guy. Everything I grow, I want to do some experiment on them.
Okay.
Right now, in my garden, I was doing dendrobium. Dendrobium not for flower. It's a native dendrobium because for the stem, which is has high medicinal value. So I also research into that. Everything.
You would have been writing some scientific papers about this?
I wrote some butterfly papers published in some Lepidoptera, what they call journal.
Okay.
Yeah, in American journal.
I just wonder, were these descriptive articles, or were you theoretical as well? Did you go into?
Because I had to go through the whole process of
Yeah.
breeding and record all the method, and then discussion everything. Of course, that I always approach help from this my comrades in this field, like Dr. Michael Parson and all these people for references.
I wonder about your recording then, right? Did you record by drawing or by taking pictures, or of butterflies, or apart from just collecting them? Did you?
No,
I wonder if you became a good sketch artist or something like that.
unfortunately, my hobby is such that I couldn't spare time. I have interest in primary school. I always got the first prize for my drawing and my
sketching,
painting.
yeah. Okay.
But after that, I never pursue further. I too many interests.
Okay. Photography, did you do that? Taking pictures of butterflies.
I am not able to go into detail except learning some very basic by getting very good picture now.
Okay.
Of course, I have strong interest in calligraphy, the Chinese calligraphy.
Okay.
So once in a while I practice that.
So you traveled throughout Southeast Asia?
Very much.
Very much,
Very
right?
much.
All
All the way up to Papua New Guinea,
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Any place you hadn't been to that you wish you could go to still?
Of course, the further South Pacific island like south of Solomon, which I have yet to visit last time.
So have you focused more on the archipelago rather than, say, Indochina itself? Or are you equally at home in
No.
both
I
areas?
focus a lot on the Malay archipelago.
Okay, the islands.
Many islands.
Okay, the islands, yeah. Okay.
Sulawesi, like Bacan and all this, yeah, many.
And then in the end, you started the butterfly farm and Entopia in Penang, which of course have become iconic for
of course,
Penang.
that one, because there is a one, I would call it one, what do you call that now? Chinese, we call it perla. Perla means someone who, a benefactor,
Okay.
who found me, the only one. He went through Southeast Asia to search for butterfly breeders. I was the only one eventually he found, and we became very close friends.
Well, who is this?
Clive Farrell from London.
Right. Can you share perhaps some fantastic memory from your travels in the jungle that you would like to share with our listeners?
I think still the wildest is still Papua. Papua, where you go in a big boat, then you have to have a small boat to go into the side river of the upstream side river settlements. The settlement usually have to go into a side river.
All right. Anytime when your life was in danger?
No, because I've been through the archipelago,
Right.
so I know how the native behave.
Right.
But it seems the wildest is still Papua. No?
Is it Papua?
Of course, then I've got Borneo also is quite wild on the interior. So I engaged 2 policemen as my bodyguards
Okay.
to follow. Of course, the time when I went there, I had another partner from Singapore, Mr. Horn. So he also quite a wise man also. So we were together sharing, 2 brains sharing the trip.
I see.
So we help each other.
So you don't have memories of when your life was in danger at all, ever, despite all your travels?
No, because
No,
I travel smart. No.
Okay, yeah. I was
Because
thinking.
I definitely need some native to accompany. I don't travel alone.
Language-wise, how did you manage?
But the whole Indonesia, because I look like Indonesian myself,
Okay,
all right?
okay.
I speak their lingo. I speak Indonesian lingo very well, no better than my Malay.
Okay.
So okay, no problem.
You manage, yeah.
Manage.
Even in Papua.
Papua, I use English, no.
That's fine. Yeah.
Because it's Australian room.
What years were this? From what year to what year were you most active? Traveling.
Actually, I started traveling in the 70s, then subsequently up to the 80s. So when collecting tribal art was all the while within the year of 80s to end of 80s, you know. Then subsequently, I went to China during the early 2000. 1991, 92, I started entering China.
I see.
Because that open one, and I had a strong background of owner of Penang Farm where all the VIP of China visited. You see?
Okay.
So I have all the photos. So
Okay.
I was very early guy who got approval to enter China.
Okay.
You know. So I collected a lot of China stuff. You see?
You started collecting that too.
No, that was in the last leg of my collections.
Okay. Okay.
Then I went to Burma, I went to Thailand, Cambodia, you know, all these places.
So the
Vietnam, I travel a lot.
Buddhist artifacts, lah.
Yes, I see. All kind of Buddhist is a major one.
Okay.
For the Annan Peninsula is Buddhist.
All right.
Yeah.
And your Chinese collection are these
Chinese collection.
are these mainly wooden or bronze or?
Unfortunately, a lot of bronzes.
I see.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
because people will misunderstand me, because my purpose was not to collect and sell. My purpose is to eventually set up a museum, is it?
Right.
To leave behind for the community.
All right.
So when I collect these bronzes, by right, it's against the principle, you know, because it's all ancient, you know,
Right.
the ancient tomb one, excavated. But my purpose was just to promote the ancient culture of China outside China.
All right.
So I feel that eventually I still don't feel what they call guilty about it,
No.
Huh?
So your project to found a museum, is that still on? Is that still on your
But
agenda?
the COVID period, I was totally wiped out by COVID.
Oh,
Financially, I was totally wiped out
I see.
because you know.
Oh, and Entopia had to
but
close down as
it's
well.
a big project. The cost is so high,
Yes,
so the loss is tremendous.
I see.
So in fact, almost on the brim of declaring bankruptcy. You know, I mean, Entopia side lah.
Right.
So last 3 weeks, the government declared you can open your recreational park by the third week. Then that was the last straw, that we had the last breath
Okay.
to revive ourselves.
Okay. Are you doing okay now? COVID is.
Now we have settled a lot of the loan, so okay. So my son is fully taking care. So I don't interfere. I don't even know much about what is ongoing also. Because when I say I let go, means I let go, lor. So don't want to impose on him.
But for the future, are there plans to have a museum here in Penang, perhaps?
That is a question I'm still asking myself. No?
Yeah. It's not an easy thing to do.
I have the last retreat by having a museum, small museum, by appointment. No? I'll focus all my creams or collection into those 1 or 2 houses, you know.
Back to butterflies at your age now. Are you still interested in studying butterflies? Are there any new butterflies you discover at all, or?
You see, I belong to a person who is able to take up and dare to take up, but at the same time, very easily put down.
I see. Okay.
So when I change my interest to another field, then I will just drop this.
I see.
So I have to do that. Then I will focus again on my new line, you know. So,
Okay, you're a focusing kind of person.
yeah. Very focused on. Very focused.
So you see yourself as totally retired now, or are you?
No. I'm so busy. I'm short of time every day.
What does your day look like nowadays?
I'm still working on my collection because I have not totally cataloged well on my whole. My collection, don't talk about I have 2 warehouses, right?
Okay.
All my collection in 2 warehouses. Then I have a lot of very, I would say, the one those I love most, I keep them in my house. And then of course I took out a lot of them by displaying at the Penang Art Village. We got the Entopia Art Village in Bali Pulau. So I have Entopia there to display on my collection, no? There?
Yes, I've seen that, yes.
Yeah. Then, in fact, all my tribal collection has been designated to be with the state government. It's an enormous collection, but it will be with the state.
With the state government.
When they have in future they will have the PAD, the Penang Art District.
Yes.
So I will miss my collection will be part of them.
Wonderful. I hope that works out.
In the process of what they call doing the transfer ownership, whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's great. So you keep yourself busy, right?
So much. Then my gardening, you know, I'm very fond of gardening.
Okay.
So my time between my collection, my gardening, not enough. My wife always get fed up with me, you know. Yeah.
What kind of gardening do you do? What
kind of I research into
fruit trees or fruit trees or something specific?
No. I research into the dendrobium, many varieties from the jungle.
All right.
Then subsequently, I research into the wild gingers, all kinds of wild ginger. And then I also started to do lately on what I see in my brain. Yeah, I have a part-time gardener who comes to help me out not physically
Okay.
So that's very busy very busy. Now of course, what they call what flower you call the desert rose. What flower is it? Adenium.
Okay. That's one of your interests at the moment.
So I look at my house, they're all flowering, so many varieties now. So I managed to what you call to get the seeds, and then you have to propagate new subspecies.
Last week, you presented Penang Institute with a copy of your biography.
Of course, then I brought 2 more books for you for your library.
Thank you. I think this is great that you have managed to write your life history,
That also because of her, she made a lot of noise, that you gone through life so complex, Get someone to write about you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
So okay I called the Kong Hua, one of the senior journalists, to author my book, So
wonderful. Yeah. That's great. I think it's a great idea to.
And of course I didn't want her to write straight all from me. I said, you interview me, whatever question you want to ask, I answer your question. So you compile all your answers.
Okay.
Then I introduce to you another 60 over people, my relatives, my colleagues, my classmate, the old classmate, and then my art circle people, all. So, and on other close friends, all together 60 over people.
That she interviewed.
She took about 10 months to interview all, and then consolidate all this interview result, and then wrote the book.
Wonderful. I look forward to reading it. You have it translated into English
I
as
wanted
well,
to, but not so good. I don't like the English too what. That's why I'm still looking for someone who can do a better translation. I don't mind paying him, But never mind. If worst come to worst, I'm very chinchay one, Worst come to worst, publish,
Okay. But thank you. I think we've run out of time for this session. I hope we get to talk again in the future on another podcast, perhaps.
Okay,
Perhaps more on your gardening, or maybe on some specific collection artifacts that you have that would be of great interest.
Yeah, coins and notes. No, I have a big collection of coins and notes.
Coins as well. I see. Well, personally, I would be interested to look at the ancient Chinese artifacts that you might have.
Oh,
Maybe
yo.
Those would be lovely to
Come to
look
my
at.
house.
Okay, I will
Come
one
to
day.
my house.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Goh.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you for being on Spill the Tea, Penang Institute's podcast.
Thank you.
I hope we can chat again at another occasion.
Yeah. We I look forward to that also.
Thank you.